you doing? I'm gonna make you a video today about making some soap. I'm gonna be doing it with some venison trimmings, all the fat. I never throw anything away, so keep all the fat and just keep it in the freezer. So you see I had a whole bunch of bags of fat from each deer that I had taken. Then basically what I do is I put it in this crock pot right here. I don't take a lot of time in cleaning it up because I'm just going to boil it and strain it several times. So I'll show you that process right now. So I dumped a couple of bags of the fat. It's got meat chunks on there. It works better if you cut it up or if you grind it prior to freezing it. It just renders down quicker. This way I'm just going to put some water on top of that and let it boil down. It takes a little while. You don't want to burn it, so just kind of keep it going at around 350 to 400 if you want. And then what happens is you know, all the oil kind of renders out, and then you're left with all the chunks in here, and then some of the oil here. So I'm going to get as much oil as I can from all that fat, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back in the crock pot, and I'm going to add some water with some salt, and that's going to help clean it and purify it a little bit more and take out the discoloration. And then when we're done, it's going to be a block of solid white fat rendered from all the trimmings. So we wasted nothing. I'll be making some soap, and I'll show you how to do that as well. All right, enjoy the video. All right, so pour just through a strainer, kind of get all the big chunks out. Put 2 of these cloths on there. You can do it through a towel or whatever, it doesn't matter. Strain all that out, get as much oil out of that as I can. Put it in this pile here. I'm going to use this stuff and mix it with some organ meats, grind it, and put it through the jerky shooter and dry it. This way you can make some nice good dog snacks and none of this will go to waste. Alright, so this is our first batch. First pour. You can see it's a nice solid block of white here. All that brown stuff is settled to the bottom. Everything is clean here. So what we're going to do is put this back in some fresh salt water and remelt it. But I'm going to wait until I get all of the oil done so I can get a couple of big chunks. And this thing will be pretty full by the time it's done. And you'll see when it's done how really white it is. This is just, you know, the white is on the top here. Just that really fine layer on the bottom. That's got some stuff on it. It feels like a piece of plastic. It's really pretty hard stuff. So, all right. So we finished all this. This is all, again, all the gristle and chunks that we're going to be making some jerky for the dogs with. This is all fat. So I'm going to put this right back in here. It's got some of the stuff that's on the bottom is what's settled down after it was boiled and whatnot. This rose to the top and all the stuff settled to the bottom. So you can scrape that off, but I just stick it back in here. I'm going to filter it one more time. It'll come out like that, nice and white when we're done. So let's put all this in here. We'll put some fresh batch of salt water in here. And we're going to do that probably 2 times until it's as clean as I'd like it to be. It shouldn't have any smell. It already doesn't really smell that much, which is good. This is where we want it. We've got quite a bit of fat here. This is going to make lots of candles, lots of soap. This chunk. I might fit them all in here. Pretty full. Alright, so that's all garbage there. Yeah, we should be good. So I'm gonna top this off with some hot water and salt, and that should clean that up one more time. Okay, so I struggled getting that out a little bit, but see this brown stuff here, and everything else is pure white. So all that brown stuff, leaving it in this pot to cool off, allowed it to kind of really get everything in one spot. So I'm going to scrape this off. I'm going to boil this and do this one last time. And this is going to be pure white block, and we'll have almost no smell. And it'll be perfect for candles and soaps and anything else you might want to use it for. You can even use it for cooking. Many uses. I'm just going to take this little spatula here and scrape this stuff off. Alright, so there's all the stuff back in there. Put some more water, about halfway, and then I put about 2 more tablespoons of salt in there. That should really clean it up nice. I'm gonna put this on simmer just until it melts, and then I'm just gonna let it solidify again one more time, and that'll be that. Then make another video, show you how to make some soap and stuff. Alright, so we got all that fat boiling. Gonna just leave this in here, let it settle. There's still a bunch of water in there as well, so the water will settle down with all the yucky brown stuff, and the white clean oil will float to the top and solidify. So we'll do that again probably one more time. Dump the water out, clean the pan, put the thing back in, put some fresh water in there, and it should be nice and clean. Alright, so there it is. It's a big old block of venison tallow. You can use for anything you want. Cooking, you can use it for hair care products, skin care products, candles, soap, anything you want. I just turned this back on. There's some water underneath it. One mistake I made is after I had cleaned out all the stuff and went for my final boiling, I put too much water in it and it got too hot. So the water was exploding out of this thing because it was basically frying, and it shot out all over the place. So make sure you're doing this outside or in a safe place to do it for that reason. And also, I would just put it on simmer and just until the oil melts, and then you can turn it off for the final melt and cleaning. So right now it's stuck in there, and again, another lesson learned. The last time I tried taking it out, I just scoop it out in chunks. So what I did, I was just going to turn it on, and I'm going to keep just giving it a little touch until this gets warm enough to loosen up. And once this starts moving, then I can just dump the whole thing out pretty easily in one big jug, one big block. And that's what I'm going to do. So let's see. I'm going to just turn this on. It's on. I can just crank it up. I'm not going to leave it boiling. And as soon as this thing starts to move, then I'm going to take it out. Okay, so it's been on about a minute and a half. See, it's already starting to move, so I should be able to dump this out pretty easily now. So go ahead and turn that off. And I'm just going to dump it out onto this tin foil here, but I'm going to do it in the grass because there's probably water under there. It's going to go all over the place. You could do it in the sink or whatever, but I'm just outside, so I'm going to do it here. So that's it. That's my final answer there. Just a little bit of residue on the bottom there. I'm just going to scrape all that off. Obviously, this would be a lot easier with a nice straight edge tool or a knife. I've learned all this from watching YouTube videos and other people on the internet, so I appreciate any kind of comments. I can learn from all those as well. So please leave comments and suggestions if you think I can do it any better or easier. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thin layer on top here, I'm just taking off. Scrape it all down until it's all white. That's pretty much it. It's about an 1.5 inch thick block of fat, and it's solid and it's clean. It doesn't really smell like anything at all. And make cool things with it. So I will post another video at some point, and then I will probably come back here and put a link in this video so you can click on it and see how I make some soap. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.